You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. She has made a statement now on what it is that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, their rivalry, has done for the WNBA. Now, as far as actually playing on the court, as far as player versus player in that comparison, I think anybody with half a brain knows there is no rivalry there. By the way, the Fever went 3-1 against the Sky last year. But nonetheless, all right, the you can't see me thing, Angel Reese being disrespectful to Caitlin Clark, the whole Chennedy Carter thing where Angel Reese jumped up and celebrated that entire fiasco, the clothesline from hell from Angel Reese, which I thought was even worse than anything Chennedy Carter did on Caitlin Clark. But nonetheless, the commissioner has made this statement about basically how good it is that this rivalry is a thing. And the fact that really before it happened, the league was not getting noticed. And that bared out in the revenue generated, lack of a real media rights deal that paid any money, ratings, attendance, the whole 9 yards. All right, I did a video last night about ticket prices for Fever and Caitlin Clark games. Well, guess what? The games against the Sky, I believe that first game has $3,400 tickets. I don't know what they are later in the year, and I don't know if those will actually go up as we get closer to that game. Let's check this out. The WNBA is growing like never before. Now the commissioner of the league is opening up on why. Cathy Engelbert didn't shy away from the obvious during a recent appearance on the David Rubenstein show. Engelbert, who took over the league in 2019 after a groundbreaking run as the first female CEO of the Big Four firm, knows exactly why viewership is booming. And yes, it has a lot to do with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Well, let's just stop right there for a second. Caitlin Clark games, all of her games, have big ratings. Angel Reese's games don't have big ratings when Caitlin Clark's not involved. So, while the commissioner is going to talk up this rivalry, which, again, at least from a player versus player standpoint, isn't even close, and really from a team versus team standpoint, it is even close. This rivalry, if you want to call it that, is a hangover from college, and a lot of it's got to do with the treatment of Caitlin Clark. So the commissioner's even playing off this false narrative that the media has created about this being some kind of equal draw. Engelbert addressed the rising rivalry between Clark and Reese, acknowledging both the upside and complications that come with high-profile storylines. Quote, when I came into the league, people watched sports for three basic reasons: rivalries, games of consequence, and household names. That's sound. I can get with that. Engelbert said, we didn't have a lot of household names. That's right. Even though we had amazing players back then, and we still do beyond Caitlin and Angel. The commissioner was quick to point out that rivalries are good for sports. That's true. And great for growing fan bases. But that online commentary surrounding women's sports can sometimes take a nasty turn. Quote, in women's sports, sometimes it's complicated by the social media vitriol, which we denounce, Engelbert continued. It's terrible what some of these players have endured, the hatred, the vitriol, the misogyny, the homophobia, the racism. There is no place in this sport. Still, the numbers speak volumes. We brought tens of millions of new people into our sport last year because this rivalry came out of college. So while WNBA builds on the momentum of its growing fan base, Engelbert's message is clear that rivalries like Clark and Reese can be powerful, but only if the attention comes with respect. Well, number one, people are only going to give respect to certain people if they feel that they've earned it. And that some of the vile things that happened during those Sky games against the Fever, yeah, a lot of people weren't happy about the conduct, the physical, overly physical nature of those games. Look, there's physical basketball games, and then there's whatever in the hell that was that we witnessed last year. And yeah, people went to social media and they voiced their displeasure. The other thing, and we always got to go over this, look, criticism is not racism, all right? Not giving an opinion that somebody doesn't like isn't hate. No, you just don't like my opinion, all right? And I say mine because Lord knows they've come after me more than anybody. But you get my point. Oh, here we go with that crap again. I mean, come on, stop it. It is what it is. You also have people on the other side of the coin that can't stand Caitlin Clark, and there's a lot of those people out there. I see them every day, and we know why they don't like her, why they can't stand her, right? So you want to bring up race? We can bring up race there too. So that's it kills me. I've never seen a sport where people believe that criticism on somebody, I can criticize somebody every day, all day, every day, and give you my commentary. You may not like it. Doesn't make it hate. You just don't like the content because I wasn't saying what you wanted me to say. Too bad, so sad. But this is interesting that the commissioner is force-feeding Angel into the popularity of the rivalry. Yes, it's a big rivalry from the standpoint of when they play each other, those two teams draw big ratings. They do. All right? But, and she's right, you need rivalries to make the league grow and to bring in, and this is the important part, because the old WNBA fandom loves to take victory laps on saying, well, those aren't real fans. They're not basketball fans if they don't watch the whole league. Well, that's the thing about it is your league needs casual fans in order to survive. Sports leagues survive off of casual viewers, not the hardcore fan. The hardcore fan is going to watch no matter what. But your league can't grow if you can't get the casuals in there. And all of a sudden, the people that had watched this game forever got mad because regular sports fans showed up and they were like, what the hell is going on with this league? What is wrong with this league? And people called it out, rightfully so. In other words, there's new sheriffs in town. I don't know. But yeah, it is good for the league to have rivalries. Once again, we got to force feed Angel Reese and give her credit for everything equally as Caitlin Clark. It's not even close. It's ridiculous. It really is. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.